didn't listen. You need the new Braun Oral-B Plaque Remover. It removes plaque, just like your dentist wants you to.
That shelf should hold now, Doc.
The Braun Oral-B Plaque Remover.
By noon, her fever was climbing, and now she has a hacking cough and a raw, sore throat. Kate Fork has the flu. She needs Theraflu, soothing hot liquid relief to ease flu symptoms fast. Theraflu, your flu misery stops here.
Over the past 2 years, we've been talking about Kmart changing. Well, it's not just talk. We've been re-educating and retraining our associates, and we've been responding to our customers' needs faster than ever before. But for the next few years, every single Kmart store will be just like new. I want to reassure all the people we haven't reached yet that their new Kmart is coming. I want everyone to feel proud about shopping in Kmart. That's my goal.
Hang on, Denise Schwab. Here's what's coming up next on the News Leader Nightside. Bracelets help send criminal offenders on a clean path. Former hostage Terry Anderson is adjusting to his newfound freedom, and hundreds of area youngsters are celebrating the holidays early. Join us.
Let's talk about men.
And women.
He's a fat, low-energy sloth with a toxic lifestyle, and I find it repellent.
You normally take your diaphragm with you.
Did you commit adultery?
What we did was the natural thing.
Sound interesting?
Oh, it is. Civil Wednesday at 10, 9 Central. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. Brought to you by Kmart, where you'll always find the quality you need at the price you want.
This is Sam London.
And Charles Gibson.
Tomorrow, Good Morning America from colonial Williamsburg. Relive holiday traditions of the 18th century.
Plus star of TV's Homefront, Kyle Chandler. And later in the week, Bruce Willis on Good Morning America.
This is Al Michaels. Be sure to join us this week as the Miami Dolphins host the Cincinnati Bengals on ABC's Monday Night Football. Happy holidays from ABC.
Hello, everybody. I'm Wayne Bennett. You know, Christmas should be a season of sharing and caring. WTVM is proud to have Lewis Jones Food Stores as a partner in sponsoring Community Christmas. We invite you to help someone less fortunate this season by making a food or toy donation to the Community Christmas Project. Visit any of our 4 convenience stores and place your non-perishable food items in our special Community Christmas box. Join us at WTVM and the folks at Lewis Jones Food Stores to bring the spirit of Christmas to all this season.
You're watching WTVM. This is the News Leader Nightside with Denise Schwab, Bob Wald with weather, and Bruce Snyder with sports. This is the News Leader Nightside.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us. At the top of our news tonight, a possible solution to the problem of overcrowding. It's a known fact that jail facilities everywhere are bursting. But some less dangerous offenders will soon be serving time at home while being electronically monitored 24 hours a day. In this report from Robbie Cotney, we'll see how the system will keep track of criminals, both young and old.
Detention centers across the country have been searching for solutions to the problem of overcrowding, and this bracelet may just be the answer. It's an electronic homing device that works directly with a telephone. The device will allow some offenders the chance to serve time at home, a move some say will save thousands of dollars in taxpayers' money.
If they're staying within the home, the equipment is hooked up to them, then their family is paying for all those expenses that the taxpayers would be paying for if they were in the prison system.
Agencies across Georgia are already using the system, and soon the devices will be used on juveniles at the Columbus Youth Development Center, a facility that's also suffering from overcrowding. The system can tell when and how long the offender is away from home.
And if they tamper with the equipment at any time, it also sends a message to the company that we are doing business with, letting them know that the person's tampering with the equipment, whether it's unplugging the equipment that's hooked up to the phone or trying to cut the device off their ankle.
For the news leader, Nightside, I'm Robbie Cotney.
The homing system was purchased for the Youth Development Center with more than $30,000 in grant money received by the Modern, Free, and Accepted Masons Order of Columbus. The Waddawi police chief is in a Birmingham hospital with severe head injuries after being hit in the head with his own pistol. And a Waddawi woman and her two sons are in the Randolph County Jail on assault charges. Authorities say the three walked into the city's post office claiming to be Jesus, God, and Moses, and offering to give away money. Police Chief Ed Hay was called to the scene and a scuffle broke out. That's when Hay was struck several times with his gun. Hay's condition is listed as stable. On the international front, some major changes could be taking place in the Soviet Union. There are reports of a new alliance among three Soviet republics. Leaders from the Ukraine, Russia, and Belarus say they have made an agreement with each other that would create a commonwealth of independent states, which would strip President Mikhail Gorbachev and his government of all power. Eileen O'Connor has more.
Boris Yeltsin got his way this weekend. Together with the leaders of Belarus and the Ukraine, he sounded the death knell for the Soviet Union, declaring a new commonwealth of independent states. The three leaders met behind closed doors, hammering out a three-point accord, which they will carry to Moscow for meetings with Soviet President Mikhail Gorbachev and Kazakh leader Nursultan Nazarbayev on Monday. Sunday evening, Mikhail Gorbachev was still touting some kind of union, saying any other path would lead to anarchy.
We're going from one extreme, that of totalitarian government, which limited the initiative of the people and the government, to the other extreme, anarchy, with all its consequences.
Gorbachev's remarks were aimed at the Ukrainian people, who just 1 week ago voted overwhelmingly for independence outside of the Soviet Union. That, in turn, prompted the Slavic summit between Belarus, Russia, and the Ukraine. Yeltsin repeatedly saying without the Ukraine, there can be no union. This new alternative will effectively remove all power from the central government and from Mikhail Gorbachev. But more importantly, perhaps, it is being redundant to Supreme Soviet, the central government parliament, which in recent weeks repeatedly created obstacles to the reform program of the republic. Mikhail Gorbachev has warned he will resign if there is no union treaty. He also says he is just beginning the fight. Monday's meeting at the Kremlin may not only clarify the future of the country, but the fate of Mikhail Gorbachev. Eileen O'Connor, CNN, Moscow.
Secretary of State James Baker says the Soviet Union no longer exists, at least in its old form, and he says he sees a serious risk of its breakup turning violent.
And the important thing is that they proceed in a positive and peaceful fashion, because we really do run the risk, in my view at least, of seeing a situation created there not unlike what we have seen in Yugoslavia.
In a television interview, Baker also touched on the subject of the American hostages. He refused to say whether the United States will pursue the Lebanese kidnappers, but he did say the chapter is not closed. Former hostage Alan Steen was released from a Michigan hospital today. He was admitted last night for observation after suffering a seizure. Doctors say the seizure was a result of brain damage caused by a beating from one of his captors. And former hostage Terry Anderson is undergoing medical tests and treatment at a U.S. military hospital in Germany. Today he went out for a jog, and he says he's still trying to get used to being a free man.
I'm really almost ready to get back out there as a real person, you know, that I can do things and well, not be in control. I mean, nobody's really in control right here, but be reasonably competent at just living from day to day. Also kinds of things.
Anderson should be able to return to the States in a few days. And so ahead of Nightside, the battle against AIDS is over for one woman who spent her last years of life pushing for mandatory AIDS testing. And hundreds of needy children get to make a wish. We'll tell you about it after this.
We take a risk at a buying new carpet, Columbus Carpet Mill Store.
Right now, we can install in your home beautiful new wear-dated carpet by Monsanto with stain blocker just in time for Christmas. Your choice of colors installed with pad for only $10.99 a square yard. Best of all, you'll have no payments till March of '92. Enjoy your new carpet now.
We take a risk at a buying new carpet, Columbus Carpet Mill Store.
Do your glasses slide down your nose? Do they pinch your ears? Do they need frequent adjustment? Then you need new Flexon frames from Marchon. They're light as a feather. Bend them, twist them, even wrap them around your finger, and they spring back to fit you perfectly. Try Flexon frames now.
Flexon Eyewear, now available at Direct Optical Center, 1016 13th Street, Columbus.
A lot of other restaurants talk about flame broiling like they invented it or something. Well, actually, fire cooking was a technique invented by Pithecanthropus man over 5,000 centuries ago. They called them burning.
If you'd love a tender charbroiled ribeye, come and get it at Bonanza for only $5.99, including our food bar.
Unfortunately, your lightning-broiled mastodon wasn't as tender as the char-broiled entrees here at Bonanza.
Bonanza, where the extras don't cost extra.
Oh, you're in my chair.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, I'll move.
No, all right. I'm always sitting in it.
Oh, no, really. I know you love this chair. I'll just sit over there.
No, really, I want you to have it.
You sure?
I love you that much.
Please.
About how long do you think you'll be in my chair?
Kimberly Bergalis, a young woman who contracted AIDS from her dentist, died today. She was 23. Bergalis gained national attention more than a year ago in her call for mandatory AIDS testing for all healthcare workers. Mike Von Friend takes a look at the crusade that consumed her dying days.
Too sick to fly and weighing just 70 pounds, Kimberly Bergalis is perhaps best remembered for making the long train trip from Florida to Washington. She wanted members of Congress to hear from her firsthand about the dangers of others contracting AIDS from healthcare providers. She could manage just a few words, but they had an impact.
I did nothing wrong. Yeah, I'm being made to suffer like this. My life has been taken away.
Her efforts did not result in immediate legislation, but it helped raise the awareness of the country. Bergalis opted to go public soon after contracting the disease.
I have reason to believe that it was from the dentist.
The dentist who died of AIDS was Dr. David Aker, who treated Kimberly while she attended the University of Florida in Gainesville. She was an honors student who majored in business, but she did not live long enough to put her degree to use. But by brave